Hello and welcome to Studio 415.
On today's show, you will see how CHS dealt with a recent natural gas leak and lead in the water fountains.
You'll hear about sources of strength and why it is at Carroll.
And you'll get caught up on how the boys and girls cross-country teams are doing.
All of that and more coming up next.
Welcome to Studio 415. I'm Tyler Delagrange.
And I'm Haley Carter.
Students may hear rumors of troubles around the school, but they often don't know which of them are really occurring.
Two of these rumors are lead in our water and a gas leak at the CFC. In my report, you'll see if these rumors are true and how Carroll handles these unforeseen problems. When Northwest Allen County Schools, or NACS, became aware of a voluntary lead testing program, they decided it would be an added safety precaution that the school needed. After hearing of the issues in Flint, Michigan, it seemed a small price to pay in order to keep students safe. A total of 516 fixtures were tested, and out of those, 21 fixtures were found to have lead levels that were over the Environmental Protection Agency's action level.
Before 95 was the most recent change in the Clean Water Act. You could have a certain amount of lead in brass fixtures and also in solder that attaches copper pipes. So what we're doing is looking at whether those brass fixtures seep lead into water.
These lead levels were caused by the corrosion of interior fixtures. While these levels aren't unsafe yet, the regulation is in place to suggest replacement before it becomes an issue. In order to fix the problem, these parts have been marked and will be changed to new ones. As one problem was being solved, another one popped up. However, the school handled it quickly and efficiently to keep students at CHS safe. On Wednesday, October 3rd, there was a natural gas leak reported in the parking lot by the tennis courts. After several people came forward smelling a strong wave of gas, the school called Northern Indiana Public Service Corporation, or NIPSCO, to come check out the area. They drilled holes to test the levels and dug a hole in the grass in order to clamp off the gas line. Along with this, the workers had many other things to accomplish, causing the rearranging of some Carroll activities.
We moved a tennis match that night to Homestead so they could get their trucks in there without all of the traffic from that tennis match.
By tearing up the asphalt, they reached the line and managed to control the leak. Thanks to our quick-thinking staff and dedicated administrators, the leak had no long-lasting effects on the students or the school. For Studio 415, I'm Haley Carter. Today's high school students face many responsibilities and high expectations. Getting a balance between school, extracurriculars, and family can lead to a lot of stress for students.
A new program beginning at CHS called Sources of Strength looks forward to providing students with the tools and support necessary to break down these barriers in isolation.
Studio 415 reporter Zizi Kokanine found out what this program is and why it came to Carroll.
Sources of Strength is a nationwide program looking to make an impact in schools. Its main focus is promoting positive mental health in today's students. The program is accompanied with a curriculum that schools can easily adapt to meet their students' needs. CHS Dean of Students, Andrew Harrison, lists the 8 foundational pillars the curriculum is based on.
So the 8 sources of strength are family support, positive friends, mentors, healthy activities, generosity, spirituality, medical access, and mental health.
In the spring of 2018, CHS principal and co-leader of the program, Brandon Bidding, began the process of introducing the program to Carroll.
It's meant to be student-driven, and I know a lot of terms may be thrown. I mean, you may use the term club, and I don't even consider it necessarily a club because a club would mean that it's a exclusive membership type of a thing, and this is just a group of students trying to promote some of these quality habits to all of Carroll High School.
After approval of the program to Carroll, along with 20 other schools in the district, Carroll received a large grant from the Lutheran Foundation to help fund Sources of Strength. It arrives to Carroll with a goal to preach healthy, resilient habits students can utilize in day-to-day life. As many high school students can relate to, cliques and social barriers exist. Sources of Strength presents an opportunity to bring together students from a varying degree of background and interest for one common goal. Brandon Bidding asked staff members to nominate students who exemplified outgoing and positive character. From a list of 240 students, around 170 showed up to an activity period meeting, and 100 turned in participation forms for the full-day training. The first session consisted of 20 staff members, followed by a full-day training including the 100 students on Friday, September 14th. Speakers came in to present the foundations of sources of strength. Different group bonding activities also took place. Students were encouraged to go out of their comfort zones and connect with others they usually may not talk to. CHS junior and member of the program, Sarah Hauser, felt apprehensive at first for the full-day training, but shares that the experience was very impactful for her. She describes some of the essential traits of peer leaders.
Being outgoing, being friendly to everyone you meet. You definitely can't be in this club if you think it's like lame or you're rude to people around you, because that's not what the club is about. It's about like accepting everyone around you and helping them find their sources of strength.
Although some students may be discouraged on not being invited, the program is designed to reach and include the entire student body. French teacher and adult advisor Lindsay Ravis encourages all students to take part in the campaigns.
October, we're doing our Trusted Adult campaign. So to get involved that way, you've probably heard announcements of students talking about their trusted adult here, and students are taking pictures with their trusted adults and sending that out through social media, so I would encourage them that way.
Sarah Hauser expresses the relationships she hopes to begin and grow this year in Sources of Strength.
I've struggled with staying with the same group of people like all of my schooling years, and going to this club has shown me a lot more people that I can open up to and be friends with and help them, and yeah, so I guess I just hope to gain more people.
Currently, Sources of Strength meets every Wednesday during activity period to continue planning on the different campaigns for the year. This month's campaign pillar focuses on mentors. The goal is to ensure that every student has a trusted adult in the building who is willing to listen and talk through good and bad times. The program looks forward to growing the numbers and is currently working on growing their social media pages through a promotional video. My trusted adult is Mr. Bob Johnston. The caring teacher is there to guide you and help you out. But when a teacher is willing to call you out and convict you, how much more does that make your high school experience worthwhile? If you want to learn more about Sources of Strength, visit their social media on Instagram or Twitter at CHS_Sources of Strength. For Studio 415, I'm CZ Golkanen.
The cross-country season is nearly over. The boys and girls teams won a regional championship this past weekend.
Both teams will compete at semi-state this coming weekend at the Plex. The race starts at 1 p.m.
In my story, you'll see how the cross-country teams use coaching, practice, and meets to prepare them for a deep run into the postseason. The boys' cross-country team is improving throughout the season. At the beginning, they had their struggles with health and placed only 5th at the Marion Invite and 10th at West Noble and Flash Rock, but are coming back for postseason. After a great final race for the JV at New Haven, the remaining varsity guys plan to make a huge comeback postseason.
Saturday was a decent step, especially for a few guys, so overall there's a lot left to be desired, and they understand that they got to go earn it, and that we're going to take it 1 week at a time.
The team has undergone a change in mentality going into this year, adapting a more humble outlook on the season and focusing more on the small things rather than focusing only on the major meets of the season and postseason.
We focus on every, that's our main word to focus on. Not everything's guaranteed, but we've been focusing on every day, every little thing.
Focus in the postseason is just focusing on every day, every practice, every rep, every hour of sleep, everything they put in their bodies. So that's going to be the #1 mantra moving forward, is just understanding that every day matters, not just sectional day, regional day, semi-state day, state day.
So that's how the guys team is faring this season. Now let's go see how the girls are doing. The girls team is doing very well this year, winning every meet thus far except for Northrop, where they came 2nd, barely behind Homestead. This is likely caused by many of their fastest runners coming back from long-time injuries to finally run again.
Well, first off, we're getting healthier, so that helps. We don't have the big injuries we've had last year, so we have everyone at least healthy or getting healthy. Team's improving. We got our 5, 6, 7 runners are a lot better than they were last year.
The girls have been working very hard this season to be the best in the state, and many are optimistic going into these last few meets.
I think we're doing pretty well. We're hoping to do better than last year and to just show them what we have been doing.
The entire team is going to semi-state this Saturday, and we here at Studio 415 wish them the best of luck. From Studio 415, I'm Tyler Delagrange.
Here are some other sports updates from this past weekend. The boys soccer team won a regional championship on Saturday by winning the Kokomo Regional with a 1-0 victory over Hamilton Southeastern.
They advanced to semi-state to play Chesterton this Saturday at 5 p.m. at Kokomo.
And the Charger volleyball team won the sectional at East Noble on Saturday.
They advance onto a regional that will be played at Noblesville. They will play Yorktown at 10 a.m. with the winner advancing to the regional final at 7:30 versus Zionsville or Fishers.
And a congratulations goes to the Carroll girls rugby team.
The girls won a state championship this weekend in 7-on-7 play in Indiana's Super League. This comes on the heels of the girls winning state in spring in 15-on-15 play. Congratulations to all the Chargers teams.
Our final story today involves lights beating down, props in place, and cameras rolling. The Short Film Club makes an entrance onto the stage.
With this being the third month since its creation, the Short Film Club and its leaders get to show just what it has to offer.
Studio 415 reporter Katie Zimmerman has more on the story.
I got the opportunity to meet with the leaders of the club and learn just what the Short Film Club does. What started out as a simple idea was turned into a reality by 4 seniors. The Short Film Club gives students an opportunity to express their creativity through film.
Carroll offers Radio and TV 1 and Radio and TV 2 as their only video classes, which mostly focus on news. So there's not really a chance for students to create artistic video. So Jaden had the idea to come up with Short Film Club, and then I kind of worked out the logistics, and then we put it all together. So now students have an outlet for artistic video and film rather than just news.
The club is split into 3 groups: pre-production, production, and post-production. The groups work together to create a single short film over the time span of a semester, each group doing their own part to develop the film. Even though there are 3 groups, there are 4 club leaders, each group being led by a single person, with the exception of production, which is co-led by 2 leaders.
As head of pre-production, I oversee the writing process, and I will look at the script and make edits to it. I look at the storyboard, and I work on the character book.
Production does casting. We'll do casting and filming and making props and making sure everything gets shot.
When it comes time, it's my job to assign scenes for people to edit and also edit myself, make sure everything's getting done.
By being in the club, students get to contribute to the film without having to be on screen, meaning those who enjoy film but dislike being on camera can still be a part of something they enjoy. For those who want to be on camera and acting, any student can audition for a part. Though auditions are closed for the current film, students can try out for the next one this spring. Be sure to listen to the announcements for audition dates next semester or contact a club leader. While the club is no longer accepting members this year, you can still join next year by filling out an application form this spring. For Studio 415, I'm Katie Zimmerman.
That's all we have today. Thanks for watching.
We want to tell your stories, so please let us know in advance when an event is happening.
For all of us here at Studio 415, have a great week, Carroll.
Sunny days and friendly smiles, walk the halls with me. Studio 415. Watch the news unfold, never a dull moment. Students today create our future, come and join the fun. Studio